Welcome to Big Ben's Boxing. I'm Big Ben, and today I'm in my office, away from my office. Listen, let's talk about this card that's happening tomorrow, uh, February 22nd. And let's talk about the significance of this card. First of all, a lot of people was like, this is the greatest card ever. This is the biggest card ever. I'm not going to say it's the biggest card ever. And the reason that I'm not going to say it's the biggest card ever, I'm going to disagree with it, is because we don't have any crossover athletes right on this card. So sometimes you look at a boxing card and you would have like a Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. Everybody know, oh, this is a big fight, you know. Or you have a Mike Tyson on there, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. You have one of those fights that's just crossover that everybody can't wait to see. And we don't have that type of notoriety or appeal on this card. But I'm going to say this, for a boxing fan, oh man, this is a boxing fan's dream. These are really good fights, competitive fights, and it's 7 fights that I want to go over real quick. I guess these are main card fights. First one is Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith, and Buatsi is the favorite. But I'm gonna tell you something. Me personally, I'm gonna lean towards Smith a little bit. I believe that Smith has only lost to Saul Alvarez and Artur Beterbiev, and both of these are world-class fighters on a world-class level with their skill. And Buatsi is not that guy. He might even be stronger than Saul, but he's not stronger than Beterbiev, and he's not more skillful than either of them. And so I for people to say, okay, well, hey man, I'm giving up on Callum Smith, I don't know. The next fight, Zhilei Zhang versus Ajit Caballero. Man, listen, that's a great fight. Zhilei Zhang is a great fighter. Caballero, well, I'm not gonna say he's a great fighter, but he's a dangerous, very good fighter. Caballero, man, he's just coming off this Frank Sanchez loss. Zhilei Zhang haven't been looking as good with that loss to Caballero's coming off that Frank Sanchez knockout. Let me correct that. Zhilei Zhang coming off of, I think, the Joseph Parker loss or whatever. He hasn't been looking that good. And so that is a great fight, great matchup, man. I don't know where I would go with that. And he got Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov, Israel Madrimov. Man, who could you pick in that? Great fight, awesome matchup. Man, you know, these are the first 3 fights of the card, man. Then you have Carlos Adams versus Hamas Shiraz. Shiraz, man, another really good matchup. On this one, I will say I'm leaning towards Shiraz. I think he will defeat Carlos Adams. Now here's the only fight that I'm pretty sure of is, right, Shakur Stevenson versus Josh Padley. And if I'm wrong on that one, that's a big one to be wrong on. But that's the only one I'm like, okay, well, I think Shakur's going to, man. But again, it's a very good matchup, especially last minute, man. They got this guy, and it's going to be good for him. Now, here's one. So, what's his name? Pulled out. Well, listen, Joseph Parker versus Martin Bacoli. Man, Bacoli is a slight underdog, but I'm leaning towards him. Last minute replacement, great matchup. And the main event, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. A great matchup. Great matchup, man. This is a great card. And so for a boxing fan, man, this could be one of the greatest cards ever. I could see that. But it doesn't have that crossover appeal. It doesn't have that crossover athlete, that crossover matchup where everybody wants to see. You know, that even that Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, I think that crossed over to mainstream. People wanted to see that. I don't think any of these fights on here, mainstream people was like, oh, I want to see that so bad. Not even Bertbeev and Bivol. And so but it's a great card, if you like boxing, if you like good matchups, man, this is a card. And hey, I'll be honest, Saturday, this is where I'll be. So, man, listen, thank you for tuning in to Ben's Boxing. Man, please like, share. I will see you next time.